Hi there. Today I'll be doing a quick demo of the Master Labyrinth game that I made for CSE 116. Up to now I've been doing a few demos that have been relatively straightforward. However, since this one's a bit more complicated, I figured it might be helpful to do a voiceover as well. So let's go ahead and run the program. And if you're familiar with Master Labyrinth, this might look similar to what you're used to. But the idea of the game is that you and four other players are in this maze sort of thing. Um, and you'll notice this extra tile on the side here. We'll get to that. But your goal in this maze is to collect as many of these tokens as you can. And you can see they're labeled from 1 to 25. The only restriction here is that you have to collect the tokens in order. Meaning if that token 1 is still on the board, everybody has to go for that one. Now, although there's 4 players, this isn't like a multiplayer game in terms of like networking and servers. It would just be 4 players cooperating on the same computer. So let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, we're going for, well here, it's player one's turn, and also this would be the red player. That's why we have a red background here. And to let you know that our target token is number 1, so here is token number 1. So we have to get to that token. But as you can see, there's no immediate path that I can get to get that token. This is where this extra tile comes in. We can insert this extra tile anywhere in any row or column where there's one of these red buttons. And you can see that I can select each row and column where I potentially might want to insert the tile. We can also change its orientation here, and that will determine how it's placed in the board. So I can see that if I move this entire row here to the right 1 space, I'll have a path. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to insert this tile here. And I will just turn it this way. I will go ahead and, well, before I insert, take note that this tile here, this is the one that's going to get popped off the board, and that'll become the next extra tile. So now I'll go ahead and do that. And you can see that our extra tile has popped off the board, and it has displayed down here. All of our tokens, along with the tiles, have shifted right 1 position, and we now have a clear path to the 1 token. So now I can go ahead and move. And just so you know, the rule is that you have to insert at least once, however, you don't have to move. However, if you do move, you cannot end your turn in the same tile you started on. So, but we wouldn't want to do that here. We want to go ahead and collect token 1. So I'll end turn and I'll take token. So you can see that I've collected token, and the next player's turn is up. That would be player, well, the blue player. So now I'm looking for token 2. Where's token 2? All right, I see it's down here. So how do we get this up here? Well, we're going to insert our extra tile down at the bottom, which would shift everything up 1 position, meaning this tile where 16 is on will now connect with the tile that the blue player is on, and now I can get down to token 2. So I'll go ahead and do that. So there we go. Now we can move over to token 2, and we can take it. And so the cycle would keep going for each player, so I'm just going to kind of do some random things to move around here. Player yellow will insert here. We'll go ahead and end his turn. And now, so next time when we come around to the red player, you can see that it keeps track of which tokens we've collected. So the way that you win the game is each token is not worth only a single point. It's worth the amount that it says. So as the game progresses, you're collecting more points for each token that you get. So it makes it a little bit more competitive as you go. That's about it. I think that is essentially how the game works. I'm not going to go through and play the whole game just so you can see someone win, but that's about it. And it was a pretty fun project. If you're wondering, these graphics were all done in the standard graphics library for Java. However, these images here were just made, in Paint or something. Yeah, nothing too special, but that's about it. Thank you for watching.